Good evening, family members, friends, faculty, and our Doctor of Physical Therapy graduates. On behalf of the University of Evansville, it's my pleasure to welcome you all to the 2025 Doctor of Physical Therapy hooding and pinning ceremony. Today marks a significant moment in the lives of our graduates who have worked tirelessly to reach this point in their academic journey. We are proud of their dedication, hard work, and commitment to excellence, and we look forward to celebrating their successes with them as they will continue to come and ongoing. Let us come together as a community this afternoon on this momentous occasion and begin the celebration and go ahead and congratulate our class of 2025. As many of the 2025 graduates know that sometimes I do a little bit of sidebar stories, so I wanted to ask you all this evening how much you know about lobsters. Lobsters are kind of squishy animals, right? They're like squishy and they're inside a really rigid shell. Do you ever wonder, how does that lobster grow in that hard, rigid shell? That rigid shell, it doesn't expand, right? It's confining, it has a lot of pressure, it's uncomfortable. What happens when a lobster needs to go is that when it gets really tight in that little rigid shell, it is a signal for that lobster to go find a rock formation, go underneath that rock formation and shed that shell. And they go under that rock formation to be safe as they start to grow and build a new shell. And this cycle goes on and on for lobsters in their life as they continue to grow. And what I find fascinating about this process is the stimulus to know it's time to shed your shell is when things get uncomfortable. Did you guys know that 33 months ago, we were celebrating you in the white coat ceremony? Wasn't that long ago. We celebrated you in the white coat ceremony to transition you from academia to the clinical world. And since donning those white coats, I wonder if you've had some stimulus of uncomfortableness throughout that time. Maybe times in gross anatomy and dissection or in taking the exams. Maybe having to take neurobiology with an actual neuroscientist. Maybe having to be graded by Dr. Phil Plisky in comprehensive practical exams. Taking practice PETs under stressful circumstances. You've all had those stimulus. You've endured many signals for growth and uncomfortableness throughout our DPT program. You've endured this over these last 3 years, and now you wear a new attire. Now you wear a new shell. We don this regalia today. The regalia that we wear has a very rich history in academia, and it's something that I learned more and more about as I became a professor. And in our regalia that we wear, these are called doctoral gowns. And on the doctoral gowns, we have velvet along the front and velvet trim along the sleeves. These are usually can be in our institutional colors or typically they're black as we have today. We also wear doctoral hoods. And our doctoral hoods, which you will be receiving today, typically have a velvet trim on them. And for you, it's green for health sciences. And it signifies what your degree is in. And then inside of that hood is our institutional colors, which are purple and white, so that you can always be thinking fondly of your alma mater. And so what I wanted to talk about with the doctoral hoods is that these are different than normal graduation gowns. They will make you stand out today in front of all your family and friends, but ultimately tomorrow in our whole university's graduation, you will stand out. And ultimately, that is the message today, is you were meant to stand out. You're meant to stand out in this profession. And that's a great representation of what a UE DPT graduate means. We believe in developing movement system experts who are agents of change and lifelong learners. We see you all being leaders in the field, innovating new ideas, advocating for the vulnerable, being agents of change, and impacting the community positively in where you live, work, and serve. You all embody even the UE change maker, donning your new, much bigger shell. We couldn't be more proud of all that you've accomplished and what you will accomplish. Congratulations again, the 2025 Doctor of Physical Therapy graduates. Let's give them another round of applause. We have a great lineup for all of you this afternoon to celebrate these graduates, and it's my great pleasure to introduce our next speaker. As a passionate advocate for higher education and a visionary leader, President Chris Petruskevich has dedicated his career to fostering academic excellence, promoting diversity and inclusion, and creating a vibrant and engaging community of learners. Under Pres P's leadership, as we lovingly call him, I guess Petruskevich is sometimes hard to say. Under Pres P's leadership, our university has become a beacon of innovation, scholarship, and service, attracting some of the brightest minds in the world and preparing them to become leaders in their fields. It's an honor to have Pres P with us today to celebrate this momentous occasion and inspire us in his wisdom and encouragement. So please join me in welcoming the University of Evansville's 24th president, President Petruskevich.
I want to know who puts these microphones up so high. I'm going to come over here and talk then. Can you hear me? Yes. Well, first of all, thank you for being here. I often talk to our graduates about resilience. But the message is for all of you because you just survived a 12-inch water main break that happened just outside our campus earlier today. So thank you for being resilient along with your graduates. I also spent the last 25 years involved in higher education. And for the first couple of years, every night I would go home and my wife would say, "How was your day?" And I'd say, "I never got done everything that I thought I was going to get done today." And after a couple of years, she said, "Why don't you start focusing on coming home and recognizing the important things that you participated in today?" And so today becomes a really easy day for me because I get to go home tonight and get to celebrate our DPT students who are going to go off into the world and make a difference in the lives of people. So I know that we wear white coats. I know that we wear academic regalia. This is one of the times of year I get to dress head to toe in purple. But you get to wear your academic regalia as a uniform of hope. The uniform that they wear with green establishes their discipline in medicine. But the uniform more broadly recognizes that the uniform is one of hope. It's one where our students have spent their time, whether it's through their PACE care clinic, whether it's through helping people through their clinicals. The message is that they get a chance to go out in the world and make a difference. And so today, I'm delighted to be able to be here dressed in purple, to be able to celebrate 50 students who are going to go make a difference in the world. So on behalf of all of us, thank you for being part of the University of Evansville.
Okay, I'm gonna wrestle with this mic now, so. Okay, before I get started, I do have to get what I prepared. Just a box of tissues, and you'll see why. They all know that we'll probably need these. So first, let me thank the graduating class of 2025 for asking me to speak today. For all the family and friends here, my name is Hannah Lamar, and I started PT school at the very same time that these students did, except this time it was for the second time for me. I began my teaching career during their first fall semester here at U of E, and I am so incredibly grateful that I got to experience these students for 3 years. Fair warning, they know this, but I have big emotions, hence the tissues, and I did have to redo my makeup earlier when I practiced, so we'll see how this goes. When Caitlin emailed me to ask if I was willing to speak, I quite literally bursted into tears, hence the tissues. Even I was shocked by my reaction. Why did I have such a huge emotional response to a simple email? And I think I've figured it out. You see, this response was built up from the last 3 years that I've gotten to know you all. It probably started when I was terrified to even speak or look at a student, but that did not stop Emma and Madison from barging into my office and casually asking, "So who are you?" I should have known right then and there that I was in for something great with this class. While I sat in that office and started to think about my responsibilities as an educator, my immediate thoughts were, I am way too young for this, or I don't have enough experience to do a good job. Mostly I was thinking these kids are going to absolutely roast me for the next few years until I get the hang of this. We've all had those thoughts, right? Well, fortunately for me, those thoughts of self-doubt went head-to-head with the students in UE DPT's class of 2025. I mean this in the most honest way. I have never felt the support and patience that you guys have showed me. When I made a mistake, you all shook it off and met me where I needed to be met. If I said something wrong or needed 2 to 3 to maybe 5 times to say it better, you waited. You offered me feedback. You gave me praise and constructive criticism. You even let me know that it was possible that sometimes I'm just a little too loud. Since you all have left for clinicals this semester, my office has been and felt incredibly empty. I have gotten so much more stuff done, like a lot. But I'm not happy about it. I miss the 5 to 90-minute sit-downs, the great tea that gets spilled, and hearing about your experiences outside of the classroom. I've loved talking about potential job offers, what insurance looks like, salaries, and new cities with you all. I especially loved beating some of you at trivia every Monday night. I guess the void of no more cam zones will have to be filled with something else, like obsessively watching you all live your new lives through your social media accounts. We've got to celebrate birthdays, engagements, new babies, and just passing an exam that you may or may not have studied very hard for. I know you are all sitting there thinking about how the last 3 years have shaped and changed you, but I'm standing up here to tell you that you have shaped and changed me. I will be a better educator because of how you treated me during my first 3 years of teaching. If you need a reference letter, I've got you. But if you need an accomplice to anything, I also got you. Probably. I will at least tell you that what you did was justified. I cannot talk much more because I will be a puddle of tears up here in no time, but I do want to acknowledge that most graduation speakers are supposed to give the graduating class some advice. I thought really long about what I could possibly say to you all, so here it goes. My last formal piece of advice to you as students is please don't change anything about who you are. You have shown a passion for learning, a togetherness with classmates and faculty, a concern for others, and a willingness to help. I cannot congratulate you guys enough on this major milestone, and I am so honored to be able to work alongside you as you improve the lives of everyone that you have touched, just like you did mine. Thank you.
Oh, no, you're okay. I'll be all right. All right. Well, hello. Just a warning, I did receive the superlative last night for most likely to turn a casual conversation into a stand-up comedy act. So bear with me, I will take your notes, but please don't heckle. I am Tyler Milby, Scooby-Doo impersonator, Ted Lasso aficionado, and Mason's buddy. It is an absolute honor to be with everyone here or at home watching and get the opportunity to reflect over the last 3 years. PT school is not for the weak. And by that, I mean that during lab sessions, you will not only find out how weak you are, but you will also discover that you've been breathing incorrectly your entire life. The way you chew looks dumb. The answer is always stairs, and men have pelvic floors too. You will also find yourself weak when you change another answer to incorrect when you had it right the first time. Or you will find out your ultimate weakness is you can't keep your buddy out of the gym curtains during Ace Buddies. But PT school also makes you ask, is it weakness or is it motor control? And that's when the breakouts come in. Now, in PT school at the University of Evansville, you find that where there is weakness, there's an opportunity for an abundance of strength. Strengthen the bonds created during long study nights at Stone. Strengthen the relationships we make during ACE care. And most of all, strengthen vulnerability. I learned a lot from the professors here at UE, from movement arms to how to make the perfect salad. But what I treasure the most is how strong it is to be weak. The professors at this school don't check in and check out. The professors in this program have lives outside of school, even though somehow they make each cohort feel like we are all they care about. They shared their lives with us in the good times and the bad, and all day we talked about how we can fix people, but really we learned how to care about people. We learned how to make people feel as if they are all we care about, how to share our weaknesses and build them into strengths, how to embrace being vulnerable, and how it can bring a community together. And for that, we thank you. I also learned a lot from my classmates, not just funny ways to remember key points, but other things too. I'm going to shout out my lab partner real quick, Hayden Foles. One time Hayden said to me, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." And I liked that, so I looked around for some great people, and it's pretty easy in this class, in this community, in this program. But then I thought about it another time, and I thought, what if I could be that thing that raises the average of the people around me? Especially if it's in physical therapy. This school prepared us for our future very well, and now the future has quickly become the present. And it's about time we bring other people along with us. You can be the best you can be, but the greatest way we can be our best is by bringing others along with us. And now we have 5 people who are making each other better. I have all the confidence in the world that we can do this, so much confidence that you could say it's in the 95% confidence interval. If you're like me, you have been reminiscing over the last couple weeks, thinking about all the classes you took, all the memories you made, like getting to play I Am Basketball with your professors, MSK Madness, Pie Professor Days, the first time the good old Purple Post hit your school email, and the second time a Purple Post hit your school email. Or maybe that was just me. And now we're still in study mode while simultaneously thinking about finding a job, what's next for us. I suddenly realized that I don't spend very much time thinking about today. I know this is cliche, but of all days to be present, let's do it today. Let's appreciate the hard work we put in and also the love and support all the people in this room and at home poured into us to get here. Let's be grateful to land in a program that makes physical therapy the coolest profession to ever exist. Let's just be together today and let that be enough. I feel so lucky to be able to say I graduated with this group. You know the common scenario of would you rather play on the really good team with no playing time or play on the really bad team and be a star? Being around driven, passionate, and hardworking future clinicians has only inspired me to bring up the average of the people around me. I'd be the water boy if it meant that I could soak up their advice a little bit more. And to address all the families and friends out there today supporting your stars, thanks for checking in. Thanks for dealing with us when we said We weren't sure if we could do this. We appreciate it and couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, and congrats.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here as we celebrate the DPT Class of 2025. My name is Grace Burgess, and I have previously served as the ACE Care Coordinator for the Class of 2025. Just 3 short years ago, we sat in the chairs of iCamp for our white coat ceremony, full of dreams, ambition, and wanting to help others. And now here we are. We did it. Our one special opportunity offered here at University of Evansville that provided us with the privilege to serve the greater Evansville community is ACE Care. Over the past 3 years, this organization has become an example of dedication, compassion, and volunteering, how that can change lives. ACE Care is a student-run pro bono organization that provides physical therapy to those around us. Students in 2010 wanted to make a difference in the community, so they, along with the help of the amazing advisors, created an organization to do just that. Sorry, I lost my place. Hold on. It started out as one branch of students providing outpatient ortho physical therapy services to individuals of the uninsured, underinsured, and homeless population. Now, fast forward to today, the organization has grown to 3 branches, ACE Plus, Acercise, and ACE Buddies, where we are able to serve roughly 100 patients a semester. Not only does ACE Care make an impact within the community, but it also makes an impact on us as students. During school, we can sometimes lose sight of why we're here, being so caught up in studying. ACE Care helps to ground us and remind us of why we love this profession so much. We have been able to practice the skills we learn in the classroom and use them to make an impact on others. Our class of 2025 had the most volunteers from a single class. Over 90% of us volunteered and were a part of ACE Care. This class is full of driven individuals, full of compassion and desire to help others. While ACE Care is a student-led organization, it would not be possible without the help of our wonderful faculty and licensed PT volunteers. These are physical therapists that take the time out of their busy schedules to volunteer and oversee us as students as we provide these services. Without them, ACE Care would not be able to serve as many people as we do. So thank you to all the wonderful professionals that help with ACE Care. Each year, we honor one of these licensed volunteers with the Volunteer of the Year Award. And this year, I have the privilege of honoring this year's recipient, Haley Elpers. Haley attended the University of Evansville for both her undergraduate and graduate studies, where she graduated with her bachelor's in exercise science and her doctor of physical therapy. Throughout her time in University of Evansville's DPT program, she loved being a volunteer with Acercise and ACE Buddies. It was through Acercise and her clinical rotations that she discovered her love and passion for working with individuals with neurologic diagnoses, which led her to pursue a residency upon graduating in May of 2024. Currently, she works at Ascension St. Vincent. She is also the University of Evansville's neuro resident and still remains very involved in Acercise and ACE Buddies. She stood out to us this year while volunteering due to her dedication to ACE Care, compassion with the patients and students, and also being a smiling face at every session. She is so proud of the impact ACE Care makes on the community, and she looks forward to continuing to volunteer and serve our community along with all of us students. We could not do this without you, Haley, and please join me in recognizing and congratulating Haley Elpers as the PT Volunteer of the Year.
Congratulations, Haley. We're excited for that award, and just another example of our graduates doing some awesome things. So thank you, Haley. It is my privilege to get to announce our Friend of PT Award. Each year, the faculty look at folks around the community, typically outside of our university, to see if there are people who've made meaningful, lasting contributions to our DPT program, and who also works to elevate the profession of physical therapy. And this year, it's my privilege to recognize our award winner for Friend of PT Award to Dr. Jenna Gourlay. Dr. Gourlay is the Chief Clinical Officer and Orthopedic Residency Director at Rehabilitation Performance Institute. She has been a dedicated educator, mentor, and leader in the field of physical therapy, and a strong supporter of our students in our program. She served as an adjunct instructor for this graduating class in their Clinical and Professional Issues 3 course, and she teaches regularly as a clinical instructor in the clinic, and contributes also to our curriculum as a lab instructor in our orthopedic elective course. Her passion for professional and leadership development is evident in all she does. Jenna consistently challenges students and clinicians alike to think beyond the clinic walls, to grow as leaders, embrace their strengths, and advocate for the future of the profession. She leads by example and continues to shape the next generation of physical therapists with energy, insight, and generosity. Jenna, thank you so much for being such a committed partner to our mission and a true friend to not only me, but to our program. Congratulations. Next, we get to celebrate a few other graduate student awards with our program, and they include our Mary McMillan Nominee Award, our ACE Care Superstar Award, our Mary Kessler Leadership Award, Outstanding Clinical Performance Award, and our Outstanding Physical Therapist Award. So it is my privilege to actually start this off with the University of Evansville's 2025 nominee for the Mary McMillan Scholarship Award. This is a prestigious honor given by the American Physical Therapy Association to a Doctor of Physical Therapy student who demonstrates excellence across 4 distinct areas: academic achievement, professional potential, leadership and service, and contributions to the profession of physical therapy. This year's nominee exemplifies each of these criteria in ways that are truly exceptional. She has consistently demonstrated outstanding scholastic ability, performing at the top of her class and maintaining a steadfast commitment to learning. Her academic success is matched by a relentless drive, true grit, that has fueled her growth both inside and outside of the classroom. She never backs down from a challenge and is deeply passionate about becoming the best practitioner she can be for her patients. Her professional potential has been evident from day one. She doesn't simply aim to complete assignments. She aims to understand, to apply, and to improve. Whether in the classroom, lab, or clinic, she approaches her development with maturity, integrity, and a growth mindset. In the area of service and leadership, she has gone above and beyond, serving as a graduate assistant for the DPT program and taken an active role in the APTA's Student Special Interest Group. She leads by example, quietly yet powerfully, and always has a heart for contributing to the broader community. She has also made meaningful contributions to the physical therapy profession, engaging in collaborative research with faculty during her time in the program. Her commitment to advancing the field is clear, and her plans to pursue residency training reflect her desire to continue developing as both a clinician and a leader. Her clinical instructors echoed these same strengths, sharing, and I quote, "She has been an absolute pleasure to work with, passionate, compassionate, and always striving to be the best version of herself. She connects with patients in an authentic and caring way, and it's clear she's going to make a real difference in people's lives." Her classmates had this to say about her: "She's not only one of the smartest people I know, but also an excellent teacher who loves helping others. It is evident how passionate she is about physical therapy and will make an outstanding clinician. I can't wait to see the awesome things she will do." It's for all of these reasons that we are very proud to recognize Dr. Samantha Moore as the University of Evansville's 2025 nominee for the Mary McMillan Scholarship Award.
All right. Hi, my name is Kate Schwarzkopf. I am one of the faculty advisors for the ACE Care program, and I am so honored to present the very first ACE Care Superstar Award. So this monetary award, made possible by UEDPT alumnus Katie Poisel, is to be given to a student that has been active in all 3 branches of the ACE Care organization during every on-campus semester throughout their PT program. So just to illustrate what that means, we have active branches pretty much every semester. This student has volunteered at least 3 times in 8 semesters, and in fact, this student came back during her 9th semester to volunteer for ACE Buddies. I know people love a good build-up, but I'm going to say her name before I tell you why we chose her, because I want to be sure she hears every word and knows that they are for her. So Caitlin O'Donnell, listen up, girl. I could list all of Caitlin's accomplishments as a student, and they are many. I could list all of her accolades as an athlete, and they are many. We saw the long jump video. And it's true, these things help shape her into the kind of person that she is. But the thing that truly sets Caitlin apart, the thing that makes her the best person to receive this award, is her heart. Caitlin has demonstrated enormous amounts of compassion for our ACE Care participants and patients, our buddies, her peers, and even heartbroken faculty. She's handled missing t-shirt orders, wait lists, buddies locking themselves in lockers, all with equal amounts of patience, grace, and humor. She shows up not only when you need her, but even when you think you can do it alone, she reminds you that you don't have to. ACE Care, and honestly, the world is a better place because Caitlin's in it. She's a golf star, she's a track star, and now she's our ACE Care superstar. Congratulations, Dr. Caitlin O'Donnell.
How do I follow that? Hi, my name is Lin Liang. It's my great honor for me to present the Mary Kessler Leadership Award to this individual, whose dedication to ACE Care and our program has left a remarkable impact. Leadership is not defined by titles or positions, but by the ability to inspire others, to guide with integrity, and to create positive change. The recipient of this award embodies these values in every way. She served as the coordinator of the DPT White Coat Ceremony, where she invited guest speakers and created a presentation that was both engaging and informative, including organizing the first and the only purple coat ceremony. Her leadership extended further as the coordinator of ACE Care, where she planned and led board meetings. She consistently held her peers accountable, never shying away from difficult conversations when expectations weren't being met, always with the goal of upholding the values and missions of ACE Care. As the organization's representative to the university and broader community, she expanded outreach efforts, strengthened community ties, and actively sought opportunities to raise awareness about ACE Care. From introducing our program to high school students in Lagodi, Indiana, to presenting at National Pro Bono Conference in Philly, Pennsylvania. Her efforts have helped build a lasting legacy of connection and purpose. To quote one of our ACE Care advisors, "Without her, I'd be lost." That simple statement captures just how impactful her leadership has been. It's because of her inspiring commitment to excellence, service, and integrity that I'm proud to present the Mary Kessler Leadership Award to Dr. Grace Burgess.
There we go. My name's Mark Martineau. I'm on faculty here in the UE DPT program and proud to be, and I'm also Director of Clinical Education, and because of that, I get the great honor and privilege of being able to present to you the winner of the Outstanding Clinical Performance Award for the class of 2025. Before I jump into that, I just have to say that this past week I've had a handful of the members of this class that have come to my office, and at least a couple of them in particular made me promise to always share with future cohorts some continued dad jokes and as well as maybe some words of wisdom. And so I intend to do that. In fact, one of the students even gave me a new allotment of some dad jokes for future cohorts to get to enjoy. So I thought before I announced the award, I thought I maybe should go ahead and keep that tradition and share a couple right now with the class of 2025. And so, first of all, I just wanted to ask, I mean, these guys are all pretty bright, very bright, in fact. And so I wanted to ask, why should you always knock on a refrigerator door before opening it? There might be a salad dressing inside. Okay, and I have one other question here for you. Since you guys got stumped on that one, I'm sure you'll get this. If you've got 13 apples in one hand and you got 10 oranges in the other hand, what do you have? You got big hands. All right. And last, and this one is not a joke. This is some words of wisdom, very short, that I want to leave you with. You guys know I'm always into sharing quotes from famous people and people that I respect and things of that nature. So I'm going to leave you one here with a quote from our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, who said, "The best way to predict your future is to create it." The best way to predict your future is to create it. So I challenge you all, charge you all to go out and create that future, because you all have a bright one to look forward to. So, all right, moving from there, I'll get down to business here as I share details about the Outstanding Clinical Performance Award winner for this year. Keep in mind that our students during the program, they go out and on what is equivalent to 4 clinical rotations or experiences, and or sometimes we can refer to them as internships, where they go out into the real world take all this book knowledge and didactic knowledge and the stuff that they've been doing in labs and simulations and get in the clinic or the hospitals and get their hands on real live patients with real live conditions and problems and that needs our help as physical therapists. And so that's where the rubber meets the road. And when they're out on the clinical, they have a clinical supervisor or a clinical instructor, as we like to refer to them as, that supervises them and mentors them and gives them feedback throughout their time. They also then document how that student is doing on a clinical performance instrument tool that we as faculty then review and also are able to then provide feedback to that student during their clinical time. And as I share, before I give you the name, what I want to do is just share some of the actual words that we heard from the clinical instructors as they were describing this student. And this wasn't in my playbook, but I think I'm going to take one from Kate here and go ahead and mention the person's name to personalize it as I talk about the things that was said about this student. I often wait till the very end to announce it, but I think it might be best for them to really hear this as I'm presenting it. So, Hayden Foles. This is what your very first clinical instructor shared with us. Said he was shocked at how well prepared you were from the very beginning. This clinical instructor also told me that your patient engagement and critical thinking skills were highly evident. He said you exceeded his expectations in every way. The student was a wonderful representative of your school and program with his preparedness, work ethic, knowledge, and professionalism. To this day, he's one of the best students I've ever had. Other clinical instructors' comments were things such as this: he has an amazing ability to build rapport and gain trust with patients. He was great at remembering the small details like names of patient family members, names of their pets, and what they did the weekend before. He brought in positive vibes every day to work. I never saw him have a bad day. His clinical reasoning skills far exceeded that of a typical third-year student, even with complex patient situations and conditions. And I'll conclude with just kind of a summary of things that we heard as people from your clinical sites were describing you, Hayden. They said everybody loved Hayden. He did such a great job. Every single person adored him. Many professionals from other disciplines, such as physicians, nurses, social workers, occupational therapists, speech therapists, and the list goes on, approached his clinical instructors to say how impressed they were with his abilities, his attitude, his knowledge level, and his professionalism. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor to announce to you that the recipient of the DPT Class of 2025 Outstanding Clinical Performance Award, Hayden Foles.
Excellent. It is with great pride and enthusiasm that I get to announce our 2025 UEDPT Outstanding Physical Therapist Award. This is an honor reserved for a student who has truly gone above and beyond in every area of our professional preparation. This year's recipient is a remarkable example of what it means to be both an exceptional student an emerging leader, and just an all-around amazing human. She brings together the perfect balance of academic strength, compassionate care, service to others, and unshakable passion for physical therapy. Throughout her time in the DPT program, she has demonstrated tremendous grit and resiliency, approaching challenges with a never-give-up attitude and always finding a way to rise above. Her academic performance has been outstanding, but really it's her presence, her energy, and her heart for others that truly set her apart. In the clinic, she's also made a lasting impression, not just with her skills, but with her compassion. Her clinical instructors have shared reflections that speak volumes. One described her as personable and professional, a hard worker who works well with her patients. Another summed it up perfectly with this line that I think encapsulates her spirit beautifully. We're having a good time, and we're learning some things. And isn't that what the best PTs do? Bring joy to the journey while helping others heal. Her CI has also shared a powerful moment of mentorship, reminding her that she doesn't have it all figured out yet, noting her openness to guidance and her eagerness to grow, her deep love for this profession. As this CI put it, she really appears to love the PT profession and seems to want to keep learning in the future. She will be a wonderful PT. We think so too. Beyond the clinic, she has been a tireless volunteer, giving her time generously to ACE Care, supporting DPT events, and always stepping up when help is needed. She's not just a student in our program, she's been one of our greatest megaphones and cheerleaders, representing UE DPT with pride, warmth, and authenticity. And so it is with immense excitement and admiration that it's my honor to recognize Dr. Madison DeVille as the 2025 Outstanding Physical Therapist.
All right, hello everybody. I did not expect this to be a big tearjerker, but apparently it was. So bear with me today if I do tear up again up here. All right, hello everyone. My name is Caitlin O'Donnell, and I have the honor of presenting the Professor of the Year Award. For the past 3 years, I've had the privilege of serving as our class representative, acting as a liaison between the faculty and the class of 2025. In that role, I've had the opportunity to work closely with many of our professors, which really started with requests to move quizzes or tests, begging for extra credit, and asking for partner quizzes every once in a while. And I'm looking at Katie all the time. But over time, those requests evolved into genuine conversations in the hallway, and before I knew it, I realized how close we had all become. I didn't fully appreciate the bonds we had developed until I returned from clinicals this semester. I was met with hugs, snacks, desserts, and so many questions about life and my next steps. UE DPT has truly become a second home to me, and so much of that is because of our incredible faculty. Looking back at those moments made our decision for Professor of the Year incredibly difficult. We knew we wanted to choose someone who has had a large impact on our lives, and that person is Dr. Hannah Lamar. Dr. Lamar is the epitome of leadership by example. Over the past few years, she's taken on multiple leadership roles, especially within ACE Care, our pro bono physical therapy clinic. Many of us can attest to the countless hours and tireless dedication she's put into ACE Care. We couldn't have made it through our year leading the board without her. But Dr. Lamar is not just a remarkable leader. She's also an exceptional professor inside and outside the classroom. I can't say enough good things about the courses she teaches, but she truly shines in neurorehabilitation. Her energy is infectious, and her laugh can light up any room. Her lectures are engaging, and she goes above and beyond to offer hands-on experiences that enrich our learning. Dr. Lamar has a special way of making neuro rehab not just understandable, but also exciting. I think I can speak for many of us when I say that she helped transform our class from one with a strong orthopedic focus to one that has discovered a passion for neuro rehab. I know at least 20% of our class who once thought that they were set on orthopedics have now embraced neuro as their field of choice. But what makes Dr. Lamar so special isn't just her professional expertise. She's simply a great person. She's someone we can all go to for advice, for a chat, or even for the goldfish she always keeps in her office. We are truly lucky to have her a part of our UE DPT family. Dr. Lamar, on behalf of the class of 2025, thank you for everything that you've done for us. Please accept this award as a small token of our deep appreciation for all you do.
Alrighty. It's time for us to put a little extra shell on these lobsters. It's hooding and pinning. For those of you who don't know how this works, I'll read everybody's name. They'll come up to the stage and their advisor will put their doctoral hood in them. And it's our last way of saying that we're proud of you and we expect you to do great things, but we don't trust you to dress yourself. We'll start with Dr. Bethany Hebner. And who better to start with than Dr. Madison DeVilly? Dr. Melanie Dombrowski. Dr. Abigail Goings. Dr. Cameron Graber. Dr. Jamie Nurenburn. Dr. Ellen Peden. Dr. Sunanda Prasad. Dr. Meredith Roach. Dr. Kimberly Zamora. And now Dr. Charlene Nolan will hood and pin her advisees. Dr. Hannah Barger. Dr. Laura Beth Crouch. Dr. Aaron Deal. Dr. Alexandra Eiler. Dr. Cody Hunter. Dr. Alexis James. Dr. Savannah Slunder. Now, Dr. Schwarzkopf will hood and pin her advisees. Dr. Ashley Crawford. Dr. Gwyneth Gorley. Dr. Franco Camyati. Dr. Marie Lodix. Dr. Caleb Stevenson. Now, Dr. Whetstone will hood and pin her advisees. Dr. Sean Cody. Dr. Margaret Franz. Dr. Carrie Fritsch. Dr. Brenna McCormick. Dr. Abigail Rexing. Dr. Elizabeth Siverly. Dr. Skylar Tucker. Now Dr. Matzel will hood and pin his advisees. Dr. Stephen Bender. Dr. Caitlin Lynch. Dr. Samantha Moore. Dr. Caitlin O'Donnell. Dr. Elise Oriski. Dr. Hannah Rawhoff. Now, Dr. Liang will hood and pin her advisees. Dr. Grace Burgess. Dr. Sierra Harris. Dr. Marissa Holmes. Dr. Kelsey Klein. Dr. Emma Cordy. Dr. Bailey Spiker. Dr. Catherine Williams. Now Dr. Martineau will put and pin his advisees. Dr. Joshua Hoyk. Dr. Tyler Milby. Dr. Austin Yoder. And now Dr. Plisky will hood and pin his advisees. Dr. Carmen Alford. Dr. Hayden Foles. Dr. Catherine Frericks. Dr. Zachary Lyon. Dr. Alyssa McMinn. Dr. Jacob Russell.
I feel like we need another one. Yeah. Right. Let's go. I'm a sports PT. We do a lot of cheering. Come on. It's at this time that we would like to recognize our oath for physical therapists. And so if you are a physical therapist in the room, we would love for you to stand. And the class of 2025, please stand and rise. The physical therapy oath is located on the back of your program. And so if you are a physical therapist, we'd love for you to read along with us. I pledge to hold faithfully to my responsibility as a physical therapist, to use the highest science and skills of my profession at all times, to exercise judgment to the highest degree of which I am capable when determining the treatment to be offered, to refrain from treatment when it will not benefit the patient, to always place the welfare of my patients above my own self-interest. I pledge to uphold and preserve the rights and esteem of every person placed in my care, to hold all confidences in trust, to exercise all aspects of my calling with dignity and honor. I commit myself to the highest ideal of service, learning, and the pursuit of knowledge. These things I do swear or affirm. Congratulations, class of 2025. You may be seated. It's at this time I also would like to take the opportunity to recognize our graduates who are continuing their lifelong pursuance of excellence with lifelong learning and pursuing a residency education. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the process, we have, once you graduate with your DPT, you can choose to specialize in various portions of physical therapy. And one way to advance your practice in that specialty is by completing a residency program. So we have several graduates moving on to residencies, and I would like to read their name and where they're going and to get to recognize them in their next pursuit. Our first is Bailey Spiker, Upstream Rehabilitation Pelvic Health Residency in Raleigh, North Carolina. Ashley Crawford is going to the Pro Rehab and University of Evansville Sports Residency here in Evansville, Indiana. Jamie Nurenburn is going to the Forefront Physical Therapy Orthopedic Residency here in Evansville, Indiana. Carmen Alford is going to the St. Vincent and PT Solutions Neurological Residency here in Evansville. Caitlin O'Donnell is attending the Nationwide Children's Hospital Orthopedic Residency in Columbus, Ohio. And Samantha Moore is attending the orthopedic residency with the Rehabilitation Performance Institute in Owensboro, Kentucky. thank you all again for attending this evening's ceremony. It was a great ceremony, great time to get to celebrate the class of 2025. I just really want to take this opportunity to thank the people behind the scenes, and those would be Mrs. Jennifer Simon and Mrs. Jerry Maddox. They have worked tirelessly to make this an amazing ceremony, but not only that, they work in and through our students' lives on the regular, doing lots of different things. And they all have that line at the last of their job descriptions, which is other duties as assigned. And they do that so very well. So we want to thank them for their contributions for this ceremony. So help me give them a round of applause. They also helped with the lovely decorations, and we would actually want to let you know that part of the decorations are get to go home with our graduates and you to celebrate this weekend as Mother's Day weekend. And we want to celebrate all the mothers in our lives and in the room, and so each of the graduates will take home one of the roses and the vase to be able to give to their mom or grandma or their special motherly figure in their lives. So we're excited to be able to pass that on to all of you and celebrate happy mothers to all the mothers in the room. Happy Mother's Day. With that, I get the opportunity to close the ceremony, and so we would like to invite you for for cookies and snacks over in Soba and a reception. That's the word I was trying to think of. And over in the Schroeder School of Business, we have a reception for all of you to attend. But first, we would like to release our graduates so that they can go get a group photo outside on the stairs. And so I will come back up and release everyone as we get the graduates out and go from there. So thank you again for attending, and let's congratulate them one more time, class of 2025.